Hello, I'm Alexandra and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about 2025. Yes, 2025. I'm already thinking about the books I want to read next year because I love planning, and honestly this year, 2024, wasn't good in terms of reading. I had like a couple of good months at the beginning of the year, but then it went all down. Now it's picking up. Like I'm reading more, but I want to plan my 2025 because I just want to start fresh and just start enjoying reading books again basically. So I made a list of my plans and challenges I want to do in 2025. We'll start with the most obvious one. So recently I posted a video about all my physical unread books, and it's quite a lot. Honestly, it's too much. The plan for this year was to finish them all, and I still have, I would say, about 100 because I just wasn't reading or I've been reading more library books. So I have a lot of physical books. Most of them are like thrillers for a good reason. It's because one time I went and bought a bunch of books for very cheap, and almost all of them were thrillers. So I have a lot of thrillers to read, and also I just want to, my physical books, my unread books, I want them to be books I actually want to read. So before I can get to that, I need to read them because I'm not gonna, give them up without having read them first. So first plan, finish all my physical unread books. That's gonna be a lot, but eventually I'll do it, okay? I hope. Then into some challenges. First of all, sorry, my hair moved something. I want to read 100 books next year. Because usually I've read about 200 books in the last couple of years. This year I don't even know if it's gonna be at 50. Okay, it was a very bad year, but next year I think 100 books is good. That's less than 10 books a month, which I think is possible, because also I want to read all my unread physical books, so that's like 100 books, So 100 books I think for a year is good. It might seem like a lot for some of you, but I think for me it's a good number. I think it's easy to reach it. I just need to make time for reading into my normal schedule with school, with everything. But I think now I read in the morning when I wake up. I read for like 30 minutes while I drink my coffee, and I think just 30 minutes per day is actually great. Also, in the next couple of weeks I want to do a challenge where I'll try to read 100 pages a day. So if I read 100 pages a day next year for the whole year, for sure I'll make it to 100 books. Obviously that's not gonna happen, but we'll make it. Then I want to read, that's gonna sound weird, but I want to read one Brandon Sanderson book per month because I always love his books, but they are so big that I'm kind of afraid of them. But I think pushing myself to read one a month would be good because I'm so late into everything. I think I've read like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I've read like 7 books by him, which is nothing if I look into how many books he has published, because he has published a lot. Also, in terms of series, I have read the first trilogy of what was it called? The Stormlight Archives, and he's coming with book 5 this year. I think it's in the next couple of weeks or so. I have 4 books on my shelf. Book 4. 4 books. Well, I have book 4 on my shelf, and I'm planning to buy book 5 because I'm really enjoying that series. So that's gonna happen in 2025 for sure. Then I also have like the second Mistborn and the third Mistborn on my shelf. So I think I'll start the 3 months with those 3 books, and also book 5 of the Stormlight Archives. So that's 4 months out of 12. So if you have any books, well, series or books by him you think I should read, just want to say I've read Elantris, and I'm forgetting the name of the other book, but I'll put it here. So two stand-alones, I have read them, read the first book of Mistborn and the 3 books of the Stormlight Archives. I have read nothing that's young adult. I know he has some series that are young adult, so please tell me which one you think I should read because I want to read them all. Then, there are a couple of book prizes going on. Actually, there is a lot of book prizes going on. There's a bunch of things, but one for sure I'm not gonna do is the Women's Prize for Fiction because I've tried it twice. Yeah, I've tried it twice and both were like not for me. I'll just go and close the blinds. Okay, so I was saying not gonna do the Women's Prize for Fiction this year because it's just not working for me, but I'll try again the Booker Prize. I've tried it this year. Unfortunately, most of the books that I enjoyed didn't make it to the shortlist, which is kind of sad because like, anyway, one of the books on the Booker Prize for this year that I really loved was My Friends by Isha Mata, and while looking into that book, I realized it has won it's called the Pulitzer Prize for Political Fiction. And I decided that next year I'm gonna try to read the books that are nominated for the Pulitzer Prize for Political Fiction, the books that are there for 2024, but I'll also attempt to read the ones that are for 2023, because I feel like if I loved so much the winner of that prize, the other books should be good, you know. And there's also a couple more years, it's been there for a while, so maybe if it works and I love the 2024, the 2023, maybe I'll go further away and try to read them. Then so I have the Booker Prize, as I said, the Pulitzer Prize for Political Fiction. I might attempt to do a couple of categories of the Goodreads most loved books or whatever it's called. I have tried it in the past and kind of liked it. Didn't do it this year because just wasn't reading enough, but I did it last year, and I mean the thriller category worked kind of well for me, so I think I might attempt to do the thriller category, also the romance. But the thing is, most of the romance that are like super popular just don't work for me because the writing is so bad, so I am not sure, but I think I'll try to do the thriller category for the Goodreads challenge or whatever. I don't remember. Goodread Awards, something like that. Anyway, and also I've decided, because I don't know if you knew, but I have master in comparative literature. Also my undergrad is in that, and I feel like I haven't read anything that's super intense, and I have decided that I'm gonna try to read a book by the last 10 Nobel Prize winner for literature. I feel like I might find some very good books because, I mean, the Nobel Prize for literature is like the best thing you could get in terms of the quality of what you write. So I feel like that could work for me, you know. But yeah, I decided to try the last 10 winners because, you know, I'll just try. I've seen that some are in French, like French writers, so that would be good. I'm gonna try to read them in French because I clearly don't read enough books in French, but that's okay. And maybe also I'll try to be more looking more into translated books. The thing is, translation, okay, you always lose things in translation, but at the same time I feel like I might be missing some things because I don't read translations nearly enough, and I feel like maybe if I do it, it might open me to more good books. Also my master was about a Lebanese writer, but he wrote in French, so even my master in comparative literature wasn't with a translated work, which is kind of sad when you think about it, but at the same time, why not? So yeah, a lot of challenges. we'll see how that goes, because just in terms of like challenges and book prices and things like that, I have a lot of books. I think that's gonna be like 10, 12, another 10, so like I would say 40, 45 books just in terms of book prices and challenges, and I want to read 100. And also in those challenges I didn't count the books I own, because that's something else, but I have some books that, like, let's say Brandon Sanderson, I own 3 books by him, so that's gonna be for my physical physical TBR that I'm gonna read. But you know, just a lot of books, but I am excited. It's exciting. I'm really hoping that 2025 will go better in terms of reading. And yeah, it might be a bit too soon to talk about 2025, but why not? It's October, it's basically December by now. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon in another video. Bye!